Hey guys, and welcome to Day Scott, where I bring daily content on entrepreneurship and personal growth. Yes, entrepreneurship and personal growth. And how do I bring you that content? It's simple. I bring you my daily learnings from each day. I know that might sound a little boring, but it's not, I promise. And why it's not boring is what I do is I make sure I curate my learning from each day into content you can gain value from. So you get to learn my experiences as well as my failures, and you get to learn the ×2 learning for your growth as an entrepreneur, as a person in your career, in your life, in your education, wherever you are. Someone who wants to grow, I'm here to make it ×2. You can learn from my failures, my learning, and you will also be able to engage with each other through either comments, through emailing, and make an engaging platform on this platform for us to go back and forth and learn even more from each other. So that's what this platform's here, that's what this channel's here to do. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy this video. I went to a life-changing course day on Sunday, yesterday, and it was unbelievable. It's called Unlock Your Potential. It's with Polston, unbelievable guy, really motivational. I'll leave his links down below so you can check him out. And I'm going to just talk about something. There's so much I learned. I could never get through it all in one video. I'm going to have to do lots of videos on different things because it's unbelievable. Self-awareness aspect of the reality. There's a light bulb moments, so many things. But I'm going to come at you with the thing that hit me the hardest in this video and let you learn from it. And it's incredible, and there's a bit of a task in it as well that you'll be able to go away and actually apply yourself, and you'll be shocked with the results I show you. So stay tuned and let's unlock our potential. Hey guys, welcome back. Let me just make sure that's all good. See, I just get too intense, that's all. Oh, fuck it, it's alright. Right. No, it's not. Okay, sorry. OCD, stop. Okay, right. I'm just going to stop looking at it and then I can't moan about it. There we go. Okay, so Unlock Your Potential. I went to that with Polston. Really recommend it. I'll put the information down below. So there's lots I could cover with this. It was a course I went to on Sunday. I actually got to know it through the Elite Network, a monthly meetup I go to. The only meetup that I religiously go to, because it's just the value is incredible, as well as my other client, the Budding Entrepreneurs Club, which is incredible, by the way. I recommend them to go to them as well. But on what the Elite Network do is it's all about personal development, whereas TB is more about networking, bringing business professionals together. So I knew this course was going to be good, this day course, because it was all about personal development, self-awareness, and learning a lot more about you. But I didn't realize how much it was really going to get me emotionally and how much it was really going to grip and make me realize a lot about myself. So there's a thousand things I could go on about, which I'll break into lots of different videos, but I'm just going to hit you with one of the heaviest things that hit me in this day was this. So I feel refreshed, by the way. I feel fresh, ultra focused, and really motivated today, and ready to take on the world from doing this course. It just makes you feel so ready. But I'm going to hit you with this question. And what this question is a very simple question. It's a question that you might have asked yourself before, and that is, or in a similar context. We were asked this question. We had like a book, you can see here, my beautiful handwriting. We had a full book to fill out. And one of the questions in this book was, move yourself into the future. You are now with your grandchildren. What one message can you tell them that can make their life happier? So what one message would you tell your grandchildren to make their life happier? What would it be? And you can do this yourself, and I'm going to tell you to do in the takeaways to do this yourself, because you're going to learn a lot from it. So this is what I wrote down, is this. I said, never get directed by the negativity, anxiety, fear in your mind. Recognize it, learn from it, deal and embrace it to make you stronger and allow you to do anything you want in life. I'm going to say that again. So this is what I would say to my grandchildren. The one thing I would say to my grandchildren to let them live a happy and prosperous life. I'll say it again. Never get directed by the negativity, anxiety, and fear in your mind. Recognize it, learn from it, deal and embrace it to make you stronger and allow you to do anything in your life. Anything you want to do in your life. That, I believe personally, is the best thing I could tell anyone. So if you wanted me to drop the biggest piece of advice I could give anyone, it would be that, 100%. There's no other advice I believe I could ever give you that would be better than that. Right now, in what I know, I believe that's the best advice I could ever be, because what you have to understand is that the only person stopping you from doing anything in life, the only person stopping you from achieving anything in life, doing anything in life, is you. And that's what I said to my grandchildren, or what I would say to my grandchildren, is understanding this so you can achieve what you are set out to do. Because once you understand this and master this mind, and you get through the negativity and just see positivity, you can absolutely change the game and change the world and the industry you work in. So just a few things to mention on it is that everything in life is a choice. Sorry, I'm not going to go into that actually. We'll go into that in a minute. Let's go into what I just said there. So after doing this question, I did the answer, and then what he said after we did the task, he said, do you do that thing? So the thing that I said I would say to the grandchildren: never get directed by the negativity, anxiety, fear in your mind. Recognize it, learn from it, deal and embrace it to make you stronger and allow you to do anything you want in life. He said, do you do that thing? You answered to number 6. No, I don't. And that's what blew me away, and that's what hit me in the face. It was a serious reality check and a serious slap in the face, that suddenly I was preaching something I wasn't doing myself. I was a preacher. I wasn't taking action on what I said I would. I was telling people how to live their lives and live their best life and be the happiest, and I wasn't even doing it myself. What's that about? How crazy is that I can have the best piece of advice, or what I believe to be the best piece of advice I could ever tell anyone in my life, to make their life the very best for them, and to make them the very best them, that I don't even do it myself? How messed up is that? It's weird to think it, even though it sounds so simple. So that made me realize that, one, I know how to be happy, one, I know how to get where I want to be, but I don't apply it. So I'm not taking action, even though I'm aware of what I need to do. I'm not taking action on what I need to do, which is an interesting thing when I feel like I'm a motivated, focused person. I try really hard and everything and all the rest. Yet I'm not doing the one thing that I believe would make you happier. I get directed by my anxiety and fear. Not all times. I feel like I embrace it a lot of the time. I love public speaking. I do crazy things like that. Like public speaking, I'll travel a lot, and I won't really care for, like, for example, this course was on Sunday. I've done Sunday till Sunday, 5 a.m. in the morning, every day, Sunday till Sunday. And I don't usually do that, and for other people, they do that every day, so maybe it's nothing to them. But to me, that was quite intense. So I do push myself out in the boat and embrace my anxiety and everything else with it. But I know for a fact, if I'm being honest with myself, I get directed by the negativity and anxiety and fear in my mind all the time. It always beats me up on a daily basis. I believe I've done a video on this. It beats me up on a daily basis. I always, even though I'm positive with people and I'm positive about things, my mind, I guarantee you, even though I'm being positive, it's finding something negative. It's just what my mind does. I think it's what a lot of our minds does. And it just made me realize that I would say I'm probably doing about 30% of of that statement, and that is the message to myself, is that I need to start doing what I preach, take action on that. And I'm just going to highlight a few things now on a few other things that I learned on the day, which were heavy hitting, and just so you can get a better grip and understanding of the statement before. And these are just a few things I want to mention. Is the only person stopping you to get to where you want to be, to make yourself happier, anything you want in life, the only person stopping you get there is 110%, 100% you. There's no argument to it. You can argue and argue and argue and argue to it, but I'm telling you right now, and this will never change. This will never change from me being 23 years old right now to me being 110 years old. This will never change, that I I'm the only person that can stop me from achieving anything in life, and that is a fact. And if you proceed to argue that statement, yes, I'm open-minded, but this is a fact that you are the only person that stops you from doing anything. You make a choice to not do anything in life. You make every choice in life. The only things you can't change are events and things that just happen out of your control, like illness, like a tsunami. You can't control that, but you can control your response. And this is where people usually get a bit confused, is that we choose our emotions, and this took me a while to understand. So if someone did something like punch you in the face, you're going to be angry. And yes, have you been influenced in order to be angry? 100%. But at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, you are choosing to be angry. You are choosing to be angry at that time. So what I want to make you realize is that everything is a choice in life. You have the ability to choose to be angry. You have the ability to choose to be happy, to choose to be upset, excited. So that is the one thing you can always control, is your response, your reaction. So you need to start taking control of the times where it makes you upset, angry, negative, and instead respond positively and understand all the things you're grateful for that bad situation happening. Understanding everything in life is a choice, except for the event. You can't control if someone gets an illness. You can't control if a tsunami happens. You can't control those things, but you can control how you respond. And that's a huge thing I learned on this course, is that you choose how you respond, you choose your emotion. That is what we can choose. There will be situations that make us angry, upset, excited, overwhelmed, 100 different emotions. But at the end of the day, you are choosing to be stressed. You are choosing to be upset. You are choosing to be angry with that person. I know that's odd to sound like, but you are choosing to do that. Yes, you are heavily influenced by it, but you are choosing. We always have the choice to respond. I can choose, if someone makes me really angry, I can choose not to be angry, and I'm not angry. It's as simple as that. Or I can choose to be angry. Understanding that emotion is a choice is huge to understand. It's difficult to understand. I don't expect you to understand it straight away, because I didn't. But it's huge when you do understand it, that every emotion, every reaction we do, it's completely based on our choice. Therefore, I'm saying the only person stopping you do anything is you. So if you're constantly being wrapped up in the negative thoughts and all the reasons why you can't do it, and all the misery in your life and what's bringing you down, and all the hardships and why you can't do it because your parents aren't from a good background, you've got illness in your family, you've got all this, and yes, this is bad, and yes, this will bring you down, it's going to make it harder. But at the end of the day, if you are saying all this is bringing you down, then you've made the choice that you're never going to make it. And you must understand that you are making where you end up being in life, and I believe this, you deserve everything you have in life to where you are. And I'm not saying you deserve people getting horrendous illnesses and people dying, unexplained things, and horrible other things. I'm not saying that you don't deserve that. I'm saying your position in life, your happiness, your financial, your career, your family, happiness, everything that you can control, you deserve to have, based on because everything that you control is based on where you put your energy and your focus to. So if you're annoyed with where you are at in life, then 100% you can get through it, 100% you can get past it and be better, but you deserve it. And you're going to probably hate me for saying that, but you deserve exactly where you are right now, because you made choices in order to get to that position. And if you hate me for it, you hate me for it. And you'll hate me for it. But at the end of the day, you have to understand you are in your position right now today because you've made choices that have ended you in that position. So it's all about understanding that you're in control of everything, your response, everything apart from events like things we can't control, but you're in charge of the response and choice of everything else, of how you move forward. And that's why understanding your mind is so huge in order to move forward. And I'm going to give you a bit of an understanding of how you can move forward in this space, because what we did is we did a grateful task. What you're grateful about is something that's put you back a lot in the year. So this is going to make you understand how you can turn a really big negative into a positive. So I'll give you an example of mine. So my thing that's really held me back in the year is my discipline. Going from university to managing myself. It's my discipline, making sure I'm getting up on time, making sure I'm working enough. Just being disciplined and organized has been huge, and it's had a detrimental effect on my business growth and my personal development, blah, blah, blah. And that's been a huge part of me not growing even faster than what I already am. So I believe that's been a really big negative, and I've always looked to that as if that's been why I'm not as successful as I want to be, and why I'm not as successful as I should be, is because I'm not disciplined enough. And I recognize that, so I've always seen it as a negative thing, as I'm not strong enough to be more disciplined, that I can't handle it to be more disciplined. I've seen it nothing but negative, but he made us do these grateful things. So these are the things I'm grateful for, me not being disciplined and not being able to get up early enough, not being able to work hard all the time, not being able to be consistent with this is why I'm grateful of all this, why I'm grateful for it, which is very interesting to know. Yeah. So, number one, for the learning I gained from it. Number two, for the balls to jump straight into the deep end, because that's why I'm struggling with discipline, is because I've just jumped straight into the deep end. I haven't held back. I've jumped straight into the deep end. The strength I gain from it, because I'm learning. Everything you gain learning from pain. You gain learning from when you're struggling. So the strength in learning from it. The understanding of my negative thoughts and emotions, because I've seen it nothing as a negative thing being undisciplined in these areas. Therefore, I've always beaten myself up negatively. Made me more self-aware, because I've started to understand my emotions more, my mental health more, and the way my mind plays around with my emotions. So it made me much more self-aware. The inspiration to make a change. It's inspired me to make a change, to actually better myself. It's better understanding of myself and others, because now I can better understand when I'm speaking to other entrepreneurs, because I can feel where they're coming from. My ability to deal with the perceived judgment. So the way I always believe people judge me. So example, not coming in too early to 9 o'clock for work every day. I've started to understand, because obviously I naturally, being an anxious person, perceive that people are going to judge me for that and say, oh my God, I can't believe he's not in at 9. So I've started to understand what that means and what it is. It's helped me not to care about pointless things, basically just daft shit. And I'm aware, it's allowed me to be aware of my weaknesses and look to overcome them. Therefore, I go to a lot of personal development, a lot of meetups to help me overcome them. And that, in turn, going to loads of meetups has allowed me to meet up loads of really interesting people and given me a ton of opportunities that have actually grown my business tenfold. So suddenly this huge negative that I saw nothing but negativity in, I've suddenly realised I've done about 11 things I'm grateful for, that I realise actually I've gained all these things from this thing that's bringing me down right now. So that's just a bit of an example. So I'd recommend you to do that, to understand this better, that everything we make in life is a choice, including our emotions. So write down what has been a huge inconvenience the past 12 months, or what a big horrendous thing that's happened in life, or it's a horrendous illness in your family, or whatever the worst, and then write 10 things that you're grateful for that happening. And again, I know it sounds weird, but I'll give you another example. There's a woman who got falsely diagnosed. I can't remember what it was, but it was, either way, she was told she had a year to live. And she was wrongly diagnosed, but she didn't know this for 6 weeks. For 6 weeks, and she was trying for a baby, and obviously they put that on hold, and they're like, oh my God, I've got a year to live, like, I've got to live it. And basically she put all the focus into the child she had, and she did more with the child, she learned more about the child, and she had more more time with her child and more family time. And then the 6 months came up, and they found out she was actually falsely diagnosed. And most people respond to that like, you bastard. I cannot believe what you've done. I've had to stop trying to make a baby. I've been telling everyone I'm going to die. I'm freaking out. I'm like ripping my hair. I'm stressing. I'm losing the will to live, literally, because you said I'm going to die in a year. And instead of choosing to be angry at this person, she didn't. She was happy for it happening. And she even said, I'm so happy it happened, because now she's not trying for another baby. She's actually focusing all her time on her child, because she believes that now, from learning more about her child and having that more precious time in those 6 weeks, that there's no one else that deserves more attention than her one child. So that's actually allowed her to bring her closer to her child, her family, and it's actually helped her family, and her family's much stronger now. So that's a huge thing that she's getting benefit from. There was another woman and she was told she had cancer a year ago, and obviously that is horrendous. I've had family who've dealt with cancer. I've had some family who've actually died from it as well, so it's very close to heart cancer. And again, she embraced life, and she went traveling for a year, and she said again, it's allowed me to open my eyes to the world. It's encouraged me to do things I would never do. I would have never gone traveling in a million years, and the second I found this out, I went traveling for nearly 12 months. And she traveled, and she learned so much about it, and she said it was the best time in her life. So she's grateful again for that, and I know it's really kind of fucked up to be grateful to have such an horrendous illness, but at the end of the day, you have to understand that we make our choice to be angry at that, to be upset about that person, to be upset about that position. And not only do we make the choice, but if we do choose to act negatively, then how does that better our position? Being negative to anything, no matter what the event is, whether it's as heinous as, I don't even want to mention it, but I'm sure you can think of some heinous things. Negativity will never push us forward. Hating that person, hating ourselves, wanting to punch someone, it's not going to take us forward. It's just going to let us unleash all this anger, but it'll never take us forward. Only positivity and understanding the situation and then learning from it is going to take us forward. So learning from the failure, learning from the heinous things, and learning how we can improve our habits, improve ourselves, improve relationships in order to move forward. It's the same with business. Not getting angry at failure, not hating yourself, and be like, I failed 100th time. Am I in the right business? Learn from it. Understand that that's one more thing you get to tick off. And it's so true in so many things. You take something else off. As long as you're learning from it, be positive and understand that we learn continuously and we have the choice to respond in our own way in anything. I hope that's made sense. So if you've got any questions about this, please do comment below. I'm going to have to edit this video because I've said a lot, and I want to make sure it makes sense because I've kind of rambled a little bit, but I hope it did make sense. And the thing that I really want you to do is what we started at the start with this video, is answer this question, is move yourself in the future. You are now with your grandchildren. What one message would you tell your grandchildren to allow them to have a happier life? Go away, answer that question, and then ask the question, are you doing that thing? And really, I think it's better if I didn't tell it. Well, I have to, but I think it would have been better if we were in front of each other and you answer that question and then I said, do you do it yourself? Because I feel like now you know that you're going to ask yourself, do you do it yourself? I think subconsciously you might word it so you do it yourself. Be honest. Try yourself to be honest. You can do it in secrecy, so there's no one looking. Be completely honest what you genuinely tell your grandchildren to be happier in life, the one thing, and then ask yourself, do you do it? And if you don't, there's your answer. That is your answer to being happy in life, as simple as that. So start taking action, understand what you've written down, and take action. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know I have. It's blew my mind, the course that I went on. I really recommend it. I'll put some information down below about it. And There's lots more I learned for it, tons more, and I'm sure I'll talk about it in other videos, but I just wanted to do this sort of this general sort of review about it, about sort of the heavy hitting things that I learned from it, because I really thought it was incredible, and I feel like you need to know this as well. So thank you very much, guys. It was an absolute pleasure. As always, please subscribe to my channel at Scott Mears, my Twitter at Scott Mears _, my Facebook and Instagram at Scott Mears Entrepreneur. As always, guys, this was Day to Day Scott. The best way to predict your future is create. Go out there, create your future. This was Day to Day Scott. It was a pleasure. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys.